Hello. Welcome back. We're here again, another week. Welcome again to the Talk of This podcast. We thank you for listening. Let's get it off. Let's start it off. We'll start off with the Matchweek 14 recap. And there's no better place to start than we have our resident Chelsea fan, Shegs. And we have our resident Arsenal fan, Manny, joining us today.
Chose this episode to show up. I just you've been hiding for 11 episodes, and you've been talking about the league the entire time. But no, it's when you beat Chelsea.
Glad you even said that, and that's on record. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Well, I'll go first.
Oh, you have to. Who else was gonna go? You had the L. Explain yourself.
It's crazy that you guys have been so good this season, and the only goal you scored was like 3 defensive mistakes in one. So that defeat doesn't like we have our struggles, but hey, we lost, but it's nothing to really. I mean, you can be proud of it. You're top of the league, but
are you talking about our game?
I can still see Arsenal going down, especially after the World Cup.
Are you talking about our game against you guys, or just in general?
Arsenal versus Chelsea, like our game specifically.
You didn't watch the game?
No, wait.
I didn't watch the game.
What happened the last time?
Last time we faced each other at Stamford Bridge, we lost.
Okay.
2-0, I think. Or was it?
Ignore that. What happened the time before that?
I mean, did y'all win anything off those games you won? Like if you don't win the league this year,
the last 6 have ran y'all.
It's gonna be very embarrassing for you.
Why would
you better ride your little 5 minutes of fame, Manny. All of you Arsenal fans. Actually, I'm rooting for you because I actually want Arsenal to win. I'd rather Arsenal win the league than Man City. So I actually am rooting for you.
Winning the league. It's not even December yet. It's early.
I just want to bring it back to the performance.
Yeah, you need to push down the expectations, but y'all did not do anything special against Chelsea, really.
It's okay, you know.
They didn't do what?
When you lose and you become low, you hit like a delusion phase. Every Arsenal fans hit this point, so I know what it's going through.
Bro, you've had your starting.
Are you sure you watched the game?
Season. You guys have been like the way y'all playing. It's like it's not sustainable at all. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's really not. I mean,
so we're 14 games in.
How many games?
We're 14 games in. Are you sure?
And Europa and all that. All these results are just luck.
But no, I just have to ask. Are you sure you watched the game?
Never said it was luck.
Team dog.
They bossed the game from opening kick. They bossed it from beginning to end.
And they only scored 1 goal. What does that mean? And the 1 goal, you see the goal?
I saw the goal. I watched the game from beginning to end. So they should have scored way more than that goal.
Than you.
But they did not, though.
Yeah, but we had the one. You're bringing up the one. We had that one. So
yeah, that one was kind of weak. Yeah, kind of weak. Once again, Chelsea shooting themselves in the foot.
Hey,
okay.
You gotta call your coach about that one.
Okay. I mean, I just have another question. So when are we gonna talk about team selection?
Graham Potter, he's been
Is he experimenting?
He was very, very good up until we drew against.
That was a good point.
And then we started losing, and now his team selections are kind of funky. But it's like, you gotta take it all into context. We have very, very important players out for months.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like I was talking to Zach about this, and I'm like, we both agree, like this, like top 4 is like that's all we got to play for in the league because
You don't have
We
to
rely way too much on our wing backs. Our wing backs are our best attacking, defending.
to play for top 7. Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
I know somebody who hasn't qualified for the Champions League for 5 years and isn't talking, bro.
Yeah, but I know somebody who also qualified
your
for 16
chest, your head is being inflated, bro. Like just like calm down,
What's your streak? What's your streak? Your team streak? How long in a row have they been in the Champions League or top 4?
Every year for as long we've been there the past 5 years that you haven't been in.
And that's fair. What's happened to my team or what's not happening to yours?
And we won one of those.
Okay. Why are we going back in history? Because I told you this in the text.
You asked me the question. That's why we went.
Before that, you said about going back. You said in the last 4 or 5 years we're not been in whatever. I said, okay, that's cool. Because if I'm going back in history too, I can say some things, that your team hasn't done, and they will never do as long as they exist.
I know you're not gonna go back to 20 years ago when the Invincibles won. I know you're not going all the way back there because nobody cares about that anymore.
That's funny.
Like
that's
funny.
Like
so what?
Like
okay, that is like Leicester winning the Premier League. Okay, you did that. Leicester won. You went unbeaten. What? Who ended your unbeaten streak?
But we won the season.
Who ended your unbeaten streak?
It's calm, but we won the whole season. That season, how many times did we beat you that?
Bro, that was an anomaly, bro. Like nobody's ever gonna
and he's telling me an anomaly.
You can't come at me and say, "Oh, my team has never gone unbeaten." Nobody else has. It happened one time. And it will never. Wasn't that the last time you won the Premier League? What was the last time you won the Premier League?
It happened, and we won it, and we have it.
And that's ancient history. Nobody cares about it. Like, okay, congratulations, you want a cookie? Win the league this year, then we'll talk. Then you'll get some respect from me. Win the Europa League.
It's still early, my brother.
Win the Europa League. You know what? Beats Brighton on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Then you get some respect. Like what? We've been losing games to you guys. Like we lost 2 FA Cup finals to you, but bro, we beat you when it matters. Europa League titles, and I'm not impressed. Honestly, honestly, I'll give y'all have been good. Y'all have been good, but it's not like you're suddenly the kings of the Premier League because you're 2 points ahead of Man City. I feel like Arsenal fans.
Kings.
Every year is always your year. And hopefully this year is finally your year.
On a side note, I just want to...
I'm rooting for y'all. Because Chelsea...
That Sevilla game getting moved has been God's grace for Arsenal fans because you'd already be the second.
Bro,
you'd already be
Elizabeth did y'all a favor.
Elizabeth did that.
What was that? I didn't hear that.
Which postponement? We had already decided when Arsenal would fall, and then
I was tight too.
And not those games with chances.
We would have slapped y'all that too.
We shall see. Let's put a wrap. Before we put a wrap on this game, I just have one question I want to ask Shags. Shags, is it time? What is it time to worry, or is it already danger red?
I think the time for worrying is over already. I think the signs have showed themselves. I don't know what the medical staff is doing, but I think this is a season where it's
I'm gonna just say it for you.
The minimum
expectation is not happening to y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever is happening for Arsenal,
everything that's happened to Arsenal in the last 3-4 years, 4 or 5 years, is not happening to y'all. But y'all not conquering. Because the injuries we had did a lot for our team with the players that we had back then.
Bro, Tierney's still not out of the hospital. Y'all bought Tierney from Celtic just to move into the hospital.
But it's okay. There's backups for him. Like the man's tactical. Bro, we replaced a whole team that had 27 players. There was only 6 of them left, and it's a whole new 24.
Yeah,
25
because you had a squad of replaceable players. Who are we going to replace Rich James with? Who are we going to replace Conte, Chilwell with? Who are we going to replace Fofana with?
Now listen, since Wenger days, we've been had like replaceable. They call them replaceable players, but we had stable players that got injured. Like when Seth got injured, when Nasri got like it's been a
bro. Can we talk about something that happened in the past 3 years, or not? Like Seth went to Barcelona and came to play for Chelsea. All of that. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Arteta's reign. Let's talk about the last 4 years at least. The 4 years you have had to deal with Arteta. Let's talk about that. Anything before that?
Which players? 4 years. 5 years.
He's been 4 years.
Yeah, but which players did we have compared to the rest of the players that play compared to the rest of the teams that were in the top 4?
I feel like what you have now, it's like really this season what you started, and last season where you really started signing the players you needed, and that is all Arteta. Like I feel like Arteta really won. He beats the Ole and Lampard. He was the best one. He's the one that lasted, but
you have to build it from scratch. Like we went.
He did build it from scratch. It really did take 4 years to compete, and
games last season.
People are still surprised they're competing.
At this time in the league, we were what? We were like 14, like 12.
Yeah.
Didn't you finish eighth last season?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, in Arteta's defense, there was a lot of dead wood on that Arsenal squad. A lot of dead wood.
It was not even just dead wood. We had double agents. We had
David William.
They were coming to help us out. They spoke a great game. They said they would change it. They said we've not won anything. They're coming to win it for us.
William said, "I have come to Arsenal to win the Champions League."
Next thing you know,
all right. On that note, let's wrap up that game. There was another game that gave us cause to pause. And it involved our other top 6 counterpart, or I don't know if they should deserve to be called top 6 after what happened to them this past weekend. Our boy, your boy, Manny, your previous boy, Unai Emery, with his new guys.
Yeah,
Aston Villa went over and did a number to Manchester United. 3-1 was the final scoreline.
Yeah. Unless it's for you, Unai Emery is never.
Aston Villa scored all the goals that were scored in this game, including the own goal. So, with that being said,
Unai is never good news. Respectfully, like unless it's for you, when it comes around, things get very tough.
On that note, let's start on this. Let's start on the side of Aston Villa. What do you guys think? Are you guys what are we rating Unai Emery? Perfect signing for them. I mean, and as a manager,
he's like one of the best coaches they could have gotten.
OD, very very well. He knows like their players. Like compared to where was he? Was it Sevilla? Or was it like a couple years?
Yes, pedigree. Was it Villarreal, Arsenal?
He left us and he went and won like Europa League or something.
Villarreal.
Yeah.
Like the players he had, the talent he has, those players could almost mimic Aston Villa right now. If he gets it right, he could really do numbers. But at the same time, I think also Man U has been Man U hasn't been Man U, so
Man U doesn't have an identity.
We'll get to Man U. I just kind of want to focus on Aston Villa right now. Well, on that note, let's just do one last question with them. How do you think Stevie G's feeling right now? Because the moment he's out the door, it's like his team is on new life.
I mean, I feel like he was always going to get exposed as a manager. Like it was at Celtics and Rangers. Like you talk about Farmers Leagues, you talk about Bundesligas, that anybody can call those leagues, but talk about the Irish League. That is the true Farmers League, and he was with the best team. And didn't they go unbeaten the year he won it first?
Yeah,
he's not a good manager, and he went to a real team where he had to work, and it didn't work out. He got fired. So yeah, that's Stevie G for you, Slippy G. Nothing else to say.
You think that's it, or I think it's an experience. I think let him get some more years under his belt.
The thing is, he was kind of experienced. He spent like 3 years at Celtics or Rangers, whatever one he was, but
it was Rangers, I think.
He's not. Maybe he'll be back. Maybe he'll get another job, but like I don't think it's going to be Premier League.
You have to think about it respectfully. The coaches that win the Prem or that do well in the Prem, they're not Stevie G's age normally.
They've been around for a while.
They've been in the Prem for some time. They know what's going on. Respectfully, I don't think it matters unless you're like a seasoned coach. Like if you're coming from another league, it's your first time there, and you're coming straight to the Prem, you will struggle. Like I don't care what team. If they don't give you Man City, you will struggle.
It's like
every team is so different. It's tough.
I don't know if I can really make this comparison, but you can see how Lampard did at Chelsea, and even now he's doing at Everton. And I thought Lampard was clearly not even ready for a Chelsea job, but he still did something good. He didn't get sacked after 14, 12 games like Stevie G. I don't even think Stevie G is a good manager at all. He still has a lot to learn. And Lampard has learned, and now he's doing pretty well at Everton. I think they'll finish in the top 10.
You said they'll pretty good with Everton, I'm sure.
They're fighting. It's not over. There we go.
All right.
Where's Everton? Everton is 16. Oh man, they've been losing recently, man.
Bro.
Okay. Last time I checked, they were like 11.
They are fighting for.
But hey, I don't.
Okay.
Like 4 in a row.
So that's the Aston Villa side of things. Now we move on to the juicier side of the story. Manchester United.
Manchester
is gone wrong with these guys.
Everywhere.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. Like we need to like dial it into a Man U fan to explain because like how did they beat Arsenal? Did they beat you guys?
Yeah, they're the only ones that beat us.
They didn't beat us. Stop it. Hold on.
No, I said no.
Arsenal
beat us.
I don't. And then they. Oh man, we should have. They drew against Chelsea. I don't know, and they're somehow still like 5th. Yeah, they're still 5th. They lost 4 games. I don't know.
They're coming up with some wins though. Like last night.
Yeah, I think they beat. Did they beat West Ham?
Rapid wins.
I mean, decent performances, but
they beat
West Ham. United we know.
They beat
the United we know.
They got it. This is where Ronaldo, respectfully to Manchester United, they either have to play to their strengths or they got to take him off the team.
Okay, you say play to their strengths. What are their strengths?
No, to Ronaldo's strengths.
Oh, okay.
Well, the crosses are going to be like on point, but they're not.
Yeah, but their coach
and
wants him to be a super sub. Like that's not gonna work. Ronaldo needs to start every game.
Like initially,
the thing is, that's not gonna work in the coach's plan.
Yeah, the coach's system is not.
Ronaldo doesn't have the legs anymore to press to do high press. Let's be real. And he's not like Messi. He's not someone He's not someone you could say let drop into the midfield and become more of a playmaker. I know he used to do that. He used to do a bit more of that when he was younger, but I feel like that was more due to, physical gift rather than technical ability. And I think what we're seeing now in the later stages of his career is exactly that.
He's definitely declined. He scored 1 goal this season.
Yeah, he scored what was it?
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad watching my GOAT being wasted at Man U.
18. It's because of the team with respectfully, you can't come back to the Prem at that age, boy, and try to think you're gonna run shit.
Yeah.
Look what we went up against.
I mean, last season wasn't he their highest goal scorer last season though?
Their highest goal.
He was.
He had 18.
He was.
He had 18.
The highest goal scorer and the oldest man on the roster. He was.
Yeah. He's still capable, but the coach wants to play a different way that doesn't include Ronaldo. And
yeah, he's trying to face hard.
It's not like you see, it doesn't include Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo has an option to join. Ronaldo doesn't have an option to join because that's just his physical limitations. That we're at this stage of his career. Like, you just have to be real with it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like he's being wasted on the bench. Ten Hag needs to find a way to get the best out of him because he's still Cristiano Ronaldo. At the end of the day, he can still finish
He's
chances.
still going to score.
Now, I feel like to that point, I feel like this is now Ten Hag has to he has the cards that he's dealt. He has to find some way somehow to make it work. Now, if the pieces he have are acting as they're supposed to, where does that leave him? And I say that focusing on one person in particular, one Mr. Jadon Sancho. Is it time to call it what it is? Is the man's a flop? The signing was a flop.
We discussed this like a couple episodes ago, and I say that he's by the end of the season, we can be sure that he's a flop, depending on
end of the season. I'm sure now.
I'm willing to give him to the end of the season.
They need it now.
But like he's definitely a flop.
Bro, I'd be surprised if he makes the England squad. That's how much of a flop this signing has been.
There's no way he won't make. Come on.
There's no way. There's all way he won't make it.
Southgate. Come on, they won't pick him.
Bro, you have Jack Grealish ahead of him. You have Saka ahead of him. You have Madison ahead of him. Like, that's three off top. I'm sure
that's a plus for him though.
Sterling.
Who'd you say?
Boom.
Boom. You have Sterling. Boom. Foden. Boom. You also have Bellingham. Bellingham could play out there if you wanted to, instead of keeping him in the midfield. Like, come on now. When you really think about it, Jadon might not make this World Cup squad.
Well, if he doesn't, then we'll know he's truly washed. Because that will affect his confidence. Like, maybe like Bundesliga was his level. He just couldn't cut it. But it's also Man U too.
If that affects his
confidence, to like Man City. If Jadon had signed for Man City or Arsenal, he would be way better than what it's not like he doesn't have the talent.
Well, he came from us. He was an academy player.
Yeah, he wouldn't like Man U is just like it's like going to Man U nowadays is like you're bound to fail because they're not doing anything important over there. Like Pogba left. Pogba, I was screaming, please sign Pogba. Of course, it was never going to happen, but Pogba is a great talent.
I think you dodged the bullet there.
Twice.
I think you dodged the bullet there.
No, I don't think so. I think Pogba would be very good with Chelsea's midfield. Pogba and Conte, very good together.
Yeah, that would
be funny that it's funny that you mentioned the next person that you're currently paying for a hospital bed in. So you would have an extra hospital bed to your already filled roster.
Hey, I know these players are injury prone, so I saved them for that one game against like Man City or Arsenal, or Liverpool or Spurs.
So you become like Liverpool
against everybody else. They just eat the bench because they're injury prone. Like
so you become like Liverpool. You play them for the big games and then lose to Forest and Leeds back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I play them so like Manny doesn't have anything to say when we draw 1-1 or we get a lucky win. Like I just feel like Chelsea we're doing something terribly wrong because our key players keep getting injured and it's insane. Nobody else is getting injured like us. Nobody. I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's okay.
Yeah, what happens when you fire the entire staff of the club? Like, of course, nobody that actually knows what's going on is.
It was very familiar.
Okay. Last quick highlights from Matchweek 14 before we take our talents to Europe.
Liverpool?
Spurs, Liverpool. Nothing really much to talk about from that game, in my humble opinion. Spurs v Spurs. I told y'all about Monte. And this team, this is just awful. Yeah. This is just awful.
I saw it. They got beaten by Liverpool deservedly. Conte threw a temper tantrum, and apparently now Liverpool are for sale.
Out of nowhere.
I mean,
Woke up.
we saw it coming. We saw it coming.
I mean, I think I've said it before that Liverpool's owners are kind of getting in their way by not investing in the team as much as they should. And that's probably why they are where they are at this stage in the season.
See, the thing is, I feel like there's too many.
The club wouldn't have gone bankrupt. All they had to do was just pay money.
I feel like that there's too many cooks in the kitchen because that's really the issue with ownership groups like that.
FFG,
that
somebody owes this percent, somebody owes this, owes that.
Exactly.
It's always better when it's one group that just owns it.
Exactly. I mean, technically it is just that there's so many different parties that is in charge of that commanding ownership. It's just a lot.
And
it's
they're not even trying to sell the whole club. They're just trying to sell some shares for themselves to make money, which is kind of.
But it would be the commanding share. So it would be just for example, 51%. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I've seen Liverpool fans that I know. They're now all of a sudden after years of talking about oil money. Now they're begging for someone from Saudi Arabia to buy it.
Well, good luck. Good luck. Newcastle went through hell and high water trying to get that. It took them 2 years for that to go through. So
Newcastle.
But again,
I see Newcastle this season, and it reminds me of the first year Man City got bought. This was they had Micah Richards and I think the next Pellegrini, and then they got Kolo Yaya Toure. And I was looking at Man City, I was like, oh, a new exciting team, kind of like Chelsea. If I went back in time, the way I'll just elbow myself in the face.
You're a hater.
This team.
You are a hater.
A monster. No, I wasn't a hater. I was supporting you guys until I was like, wait, hold on. This guy's actually winning everything. Newcastle need to be stopped. Okay? We cannot allow them to do what Man City has done.
If you were gonna stop them, you should have stopped them from buying Isak. Once they bought Isak,
That's why
intentions were made known.
And you know the price they bought him from? Because we were supposed to get.
Bro,
I was telling
that purchase of Isak.
Isak is available. Why did we let him go to Man?
That purchase of Isak, it wasn't for this season or next season. That purchase of Isak was for 3 years, 4 years in the
Casemiro. Why would we let Casemiro go and waste his life at Man U? You could have just paid the money. He was going to play if offering Champions League football. Oh, man, Chelsea made a lot of mistakes, and we keep making them. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I just hope we beat Man City on Wednesday and I'll be okay.
One last thing I'll say about Newcastle. That dude, Guimaraes, he might be the real deal.
He is. Him, Almiron, St. Max, they got a squad.
What did you say, Manny?
Fast for a long-term deal. Newcastle.
Did they?
Yeah, they offered him some long-term.
Did he accept?
I don't remember if he did or not. I think he did. But he's going
to. Well, they're third in the Premier League.
If they made a good deal, if that's the case, because earlier in last week, there were reports saying that Real Madrid was making this man a target coming into the week. Because to take over for Toni Kroos. Because Toni Kroos saying he's getting old and he's going to retire in Real Madrid.
Real Madrid have a whole young, three youngsters.
Yeah, but those young ones, there's no backup. Those young ones are the backup right now. Because the main starters right now is Kroos, Modric, and
Casemiro.
Casemiro left. No, it's him. It's that kid. What's his name? Not Kyle.
Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Tchouaméni. Camavinga's
and Camavinga.
Yeah, what's Tchouaméni? It's now a starter. There's no backup to Tchouaméni. But the backup to Modric, the backup to Kroos is Camavinga and Federico Valverde. You have this nigga, what's his name? Dennis Ceballos, but they don't use it. They don't use him like that. He's about to.
Did you guys not want Ceballos?
He's not. We're not fit to the team we play right now. Nigga plays so slow. He's sluggish. He plays good, but he's sluggish.
Okay, well,
He's not fit.
Last match to look at for this match week 14 recap. My very own Manchester City. We pulled out the W. Hey. Eh?
Play that video for you.
Cheap Holland penalty tags. Come on, get out of here.
Cheap? Listen, so wait. So you can have Jorginho, the penalty master, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys can continue your reign of terror, but simple us cannot go and have our star striker score a penalty.
I think that red card was soft, honestly. I think the red card was.
I don't want to hear it.
The last 2-3 years when we were getting the red cards in the game off of somebody's clinting the knee of David Luiz while David Luiz was sprinting behind the person. That was not a red. That was not a pen.
Listen, you don't blame us for that. You blame David Luiz. Listen. David Luiz is the boy who cried wolf. No, he cried wolf too many times. That's what it was.
They're wrong. That's the problem.
The problem is he did too many things wrong in the future. Yo, the man was given a permanent red card, a career red card. That's what they give that man. They give that man a career red card.
We broke the record personally.
Okay, so his reputation precedes himself. Yo, the refs. Yo, as far as they knew, every time they saw David Luiz and an opposing position on the floor, it was David Luiz.
Yeah, David Luiz did something wrong. It's like that, Chelsea. But
let me give down a man, guaranteed. Shaq and David Luiz in the same team,
guaranteed. Just foolishness.
3 years, it's certain. Just be set for it. You have to pray for injury for one of them, and that's where David Luiz.
I think the Joao Cancelo red card was kind of shocking a little bit, but it kind of was a red card, like according to the rules.
No, it was a red.
I'll give Man City the
Liverpool game. That also should have been red on Trent. Trent had the same foul, but they didn't give him a card. They didn't do nothing to him. They just let it go. It was the same foul. It should have been a red card and a penalty.
They came back from, I think they were 1-0 down and scored 2. Yeah.
My brother.
3 points in the bag. That's how we do it. Haaland comes on, continues his scoring. That makes it 18 goals.
It was not a
4 assists in 14 games. It's fantastic.
I need you to admit that it was not a penalty.
I don't even remember the penalty.
Watch that video in slow motion. I know you probably saw that video.
Yeah.
But the leg, look at Haaland. Come on. It's like the guy's laces tripped. When Man City gets these things in the last minute, it just throws some in my head, about maybe 3-4 years down the road. It's gonna be like a documentary that comes out, the scandal behind because that was not a pen.
Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
Hey.
Keep dreaming.
Wait, man.
Before we move on to Europe, any last takeaways from match week 14, guys?
I mean,
we'll play with Big Bryce.
We'll play.
Big Bryce.
I think we covered all the important guys. Let me see.
Is there any of the top 6 teams that's playing in the next game week? Like playing each other?
Nothing too crazy other than cup ties in the middle of the week, but
yeah.
Chelsea playing Newcastle, which is going to be huge.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
a big game.
When is that?
A big game.
When is that?
Newcastle, Chelsea, Saturday, 12th at 12:30.
I'm not gonna lie. I expect Chelsea to get their ass smacked.
So do I.
All right. It's at least 2-0.
Here we go, guys.
That's the biggest game of the week.
Yeah, that's gonna be big. Yeah, 12:30 on Saturday, definitely.
I mean,
All right.
we'll see what happens midweek, though. Depending on what happens midweek, y'all are welcoming Brighton, and I think Man City is welcoming Chelsea. So the away teams might prevail. At least that's what I'm going for.
That's all you have left to root for. And on that note, we bring it on to Europa League. Today we had the draws for both Europa League and Champions League. So let's look at some of the Europa League matchups first before we take it to Champions League. And in Europa, we don't have that much to take away from in terms of highlights. We got Roma versus Salzburg.
You heard?
What do you say?
We have a bye week because we won our division.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
No. Wow. I don't know.
16.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why I couldn't find West Ham and the other in the Conference League a bye week. Since when were they doing that?
Man, listen. Why are we asking? Why are you asking what middle schools and preschools do? You're in high school.
I was looking for West Ham. When I look at I didn't even check the Europa. I didn't even look for Arsenal. I just saw Barcelona, Man. I was like, oh, okay.
My God, yeah, high school. Why are you asking what middle schools and preschools do? You've long since graduated. Yeah. But anyways, looking at the Europa League matchup, I think the biggest matchup here is Barcelona, Manchester United.
Xavi it's already started complaining.
See, that's the thing
but they should beat Man U easily, though. They should knock them out easily.
Soundedly, I don't understand, especially with
Lewandowski and all them lepers.
When it was,
what did you say?
Casemiro kind of suns Barcelona every time when it was with Madrid.
I understand that, but Casemiro's only one person.
He knew how to do
Man U now, though.
Yeah, but still, it's still keep him to play him.
And bro, look who's around him. Who's helping him?
But the thing is, when I say he sunned them, he did it by himself. It wasn't Cruz or Modric. They were just attacking. He was the stop line for everything.
Yeah, I understand stop line, but you can only stop for so much. Because when you're not moving forward, when the ball's not getting outside of your half.
If they start, what's his name, Maguire, like Lewandowski will have a field day.
If that boy plays again for the rest of the season, whatever game
they need to just release him.
He's going to play again because you know why? He's gonna go. They're gonna take him to Southgate's gonna take him to the World Cup. He's gonna have a few good games in the group stage.
Nepotism.
England's not gonna make it to round of 16 because their defense is suspect. And then because he had a few good games, he's gonna fool Ten Hag into believing that maybe his World Cup stint brought him back some confidence and whatnot.
3 out of 4 defenders that will start in their defense that should start are out. And those are the Chelsea boys.
Yeah, Reece.
Fofana, Chilwell.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
But you still got Trent. Wait, Kyle Walker is injured, but
Kyle Walker's injured.
He's gonna try to make Saka play left.
They're not gonna. They're gonna start Trippier. They only have Trippier. Trippier is the only hope.
Oh, he's doing great.
Is Kyle Walker a defender or a midfielder? I think it's a Spurs. I'm not sure. Yeah, their defense is in shambles. So who's their goalkeeper? Who's in?
It's gonna be
taking Pope.
If they don't take Ramsdale, they're fools.
Okay, yeah, they should take. Yeah, they probably should start Ramsdale over Pope.
It's Pickford.
I hope they're not thinking about Joe Hart, and I hope he's retired.
I really hope not. He's gone.
Yeah, he's done.
Really hope not. But if they start Maguire in this World Cup,
I feel like this World Cup, the last Euros, Southgate was all about defense. This time, it needs to be about offense.
A lot of weapons, bro. He's got a lot of weapons.
Saka, Foden, Mount, Kane. Take Ivan Toney.
Sancho.
Who else is up there?
Bellingham,
Madison. Take
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'd probably find some way to play Ivan Toney and Kane at the same time. Because I've seen England with Kane way too many times, and I just think they're just lacking a bite when it's just by himself. I think they're gonna need to find a way to play them both at the same time. But you know what? We can save this for when we have our official World Cup podcast. But that was just coming up.
Let the squads come out first,
and we'll know more.
Yeah. Let's have our squad. We'll have our squad breakdown.
World Cup starts in less than like.
But we're thinking this match. We're thinking Barcelona's going to win it, and Barcelona's got this over Man U.
You said what?
Barcelona's got this over Man U.
Yeah, I think Barcelona's going to destroy them.
Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about from this whole Europa.
Ronaldo's probably going to play like 15 minutes.
Probably. Another one I wanted to ask you guys about is Juventus. Juventus is playing. Honestly, I can't. FC Nantes. Now, my only question with Juventus is: do they have a shot at winning this thing at all?
No.
They're not a serious club anymore, bro.
I think it's still hurt, no? And they're trying to sell the like.
What?
Yeah.
They can't be trying to sell. They're under investigation, bro.
What? I don't know what Juve haven't done anything recently, like at all.
There were two teams that were trying to buy Gabriel from us in the summer. One was Juventus. The second one, they couldn't reveal the name of the second one. But they were trying to get him to replace Matthew. They were like, whatever that is. Yeah. But isn't it still hurt, though? I think Bonucci just came back, though. But them people are ancient now.
Yeah, they're old as hell. Didn't Juve get knocked out of the Champions League into the Europa League?
Yeah, that's how they're in the Europa League.
In their league, like...
Yeah, they're not winning Europa.
I don't think... Has anybody ever... Oh, only Chelsea. Chelsea got knocked out of the Champions League and won the Europa League. That was the first time in Europe. I don't think anybody else has done that. And definitely not Juve, the way they've been.
Good luck to Juve. Good luck to Juve.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Move on to the big boys. Champions League. I'm sorry, Manny.
AC Milan going to show up. We're going.
AC Milan versus Spurs. That's one of the matchups. Honestly, I'm with you there. I don't believe in Spurs at all. Don't believe in Spurs at all.
Yeah, Joe hates Spurs on from Chelsea to Arsenal. Yeah, people are
finally we can agree on something. Giroud is getting them out of there.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of time might make an appearance. You know, might make a cameo just
still in there.
Just for shits and giggles. But
my team is like too, so I don't want to hear none of that.
You know, last episode, me and Zach were debating on who we wanted to draw, and me, I was just like, I don't want PSG. I want PSG to draw like Bayern. I want Liverpool to draw Real Madrid, and like the big Man City to draw like a PSG. And Zach got his wish. We drew Dortmund, and then we have a PSG Bayern, and what's the other one? Liverpool and Madrid. And then you guys have to face Nkunku again. So,
Napoli.
I mean, listen, we can only play whoever the draw gives us. You know, I wanted the tougher matchup because, on a side note, I'm just glad we didn't get Club Brugge, because if we got Club Brugge, I would never hear the end of it.
Yeah, you would never hear the end of it.
Manchester City getting easy draws again. Yeah, and I'm just like,
I mean, don't you always get the easy draw and then you progress?
That's not up to us, y'all. Yeah, well, you're right, but that's not up to us. You see it. It's not us.
It's kind of rigged. It seems very rigged. Like how you keep getting.
Arsenal drew Barcelona like 4 years in a row, back to back.
Some 16 every time. Every time.
Listen,
it's rigged.
My God is the same God that you serve. I don't know. I don't know if we're praying differently. If I don't know if you don't fast. You just I don't know what else to tell you, bro. I just don't. Like even now, all I did was shoot up.
Face the east like at least 4 times.
Listen, all I did was shoot up a prayer. My enemies got Bayern and Liverpool. Myself, I got Leipzig. I can't complain. I cannot complain.
God, Warner is there and Nkunku is there. God works in mysterious ways.
Werner's injured.
Nkunku is coming to Chelsea next season.
Werner's injured. He actually is missing the World Cup. Injury.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so.
This is the most corrupt and stupid World Cup of all time. How many players are missing this World Cup? I mean, Brazil is going to win it, obviously, because they ain't got no injuries. But everybody else is messed up.
Okay, so people will say, look at Brazil. Look at Brazil. How come they didn't get injuries? And Germany. And if we're being real, none of the Italians are injured either. Unfortunately, they didn't qualify. But none of the Italians are injured either.
They're still not going. So they'll be watching.
Nobody.
And none of the French are injured. So what's up?
Pogba, Kante.
Well, Pogba was injured. Pogba got injured in the summer. The only reason Pogba is missing the World Cup is because he refused to get surgery when he found out the injury. The man wanted to. The man was afraid of missing the World Cup, so he was like, "Let nature naturally heal him."
About transfer.
Excuse my French.
Change some shit.
Pun intended.
Like it's gonna be such a with Mbappe up there. Oh, France is gonna be. I really think the final is gonna come down to France.
But like it's Mbappe though. Mbappe, the biggest.
Benzema's there though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mbappe and Benzema tend to kind of gel.
But when they flop, and when Mbappe missed all the chances like the Euros, you need to push in Oliver Giroud as his advanced age.
Yeah, but now look at their team, right? There's Giroud there, there's Griezmann, there's Dembele, there's Mbappe, they're stacked.
They're stacked, but they have a lot of drama in that French squad.
Yeah, it's just French people, you know.
There's drama always.
But they could stack like an old and young. They could do a young. They could do an old. They could mix things up and see what works for them. But
did you see the video where Neymar saw Gabriel get selected?
Yeah, he was shocked.
They're like, I don't even think it was that bad. It was just like, oh.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was like, oh, applause. Or, oh.
I was probably shocked. He's probably shocked. The kid is young. He's 21.
Very young. Very, very young. Actually, to be honest, I wasn't shocked about Gabriel. I was shocked that Anthony made it.
Yeah, Anthony, I was
I'm like,
Anthony was very shocked that Anthony made it.
I didn't know Anthony existed till like three months ago. Like, where they get
respectfully, he hasn't done it. Like he hasn't done anything that's impressed me in Manu that like, it's just
I'm thinking maybe he got in due to his performances at Ajax, but I look back to the beginning of the season and Ajax hasn't been performing hot and
I don't know. We'll see, man.
Ajax progressed. I think they're into the next round in the Champions League. Yeah.
All right. Before we wrap things up for the day, let's do some quick predictions on the Champions League matches. I'm just going to go through the ties, and you guys tell me who you guys think. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. So first things first, we got Man City Leipzig. Obviously, it's going to be my guy, Man City win. If you guys think otherwise, cool.
It's Man City.
Okay.
I think Man City.
Okay. Genius. You'll be both smart. You like your lives. We got Benfica versus Club Brugge.
Benfica
is gonna.
Okay. Benfica as well.
It's gonna be tough though.
Liverpool, Real Madrid. Madrid. Damn.
Madrid.
One of us needs to disagree.
Why do you think? This guy Klopp is trying to hype it up, talking about Madrid has the greatest record, but at the end of the day, it's still Anfield. So
He's going to complain when they
no,
lose
he's trying to
about
hype
the
his team up
grass
and hype
was
himself
too
up, talking
high
about
or the grass was
still
too
Anfield.
dry or
What
wet.
we're still gonna do? We're gonna
The
come back strong.
referees didn't.
I don't know what he's talking
Get
about.
out of
Anfield,
here.
Anfield ain't the same anymore.
Once
They
Club
lost the
starts
league.
talking, you need to put it on mute. He's not saying anything important.
Oh, you like entertain, entertainer.
That's why the ownership is selling his club. Nonsense.
That's great. I mean,
He's just rude. He's just rude. All right, we have Frankfurt versus Napoli. Yeah, honestly, let's be Napoli, but let's be real. I think Napoli might be one of the scariest teams in left in this competition.
Osimhen, that boy.
He's very terrifying.
You know what's crazy? They've been Napoli has been playing as well as they've been playing, and Osimhen was actually gone for a large part of the season due to injury. He only just recently came back.
The momentum they built from last season, I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy.
They started flying at the end of towards the end.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather Osimhen or Nkuku. Who would you choose? I'm just biased towards the Nigerian boy. I just want another Nigerian in my team. Because y'all got
both Nigerian.
Yeah, I'd rather have Osimhen because I feel like he's a better finisher. Better natural finisher.
I haven't watched both of them enough. I'm just biased towards Osimhen, and I think he's going to be cheaper anyways. And I think they'll both
actually his team might be cheaper.
If you get Osimhen and Liao, that is good enough. Then Osimhen and Kunku, that's kind of too much. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. Who's next?
Okay. All right. BVB Chelsea.
BVB.
I also think Borussia got this. Jude Bellingham is about to put the smack down, lay down the law.
Unless, what time is Conte supposed to come back? Not this year, no?
Well, the thing is, he came back. He went out through injury again.
When did he come back?
I don't know. No, he came back to train. He never made it to a game.
Damn.
He never made it to a game. They thought he was
okay. Not too far off. Maybe it's not too far off.
I don't know. Who knows?
Might be back by
Start Pulisic and bench Aubameyang. We're gonna beat Dortmund.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. No, I don't think Potter's gonna do that. Well, at least not now. If he does that, you definitely have a better chance. Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yep.
But if he doesn't,
you don't talk confident, guy.
Aubameyang, Mount, Sterling. Apparently, somebody has some telepathic connection with Potter. So we'll see if it works out after the World Cup. I'm not even worried about Dortmund right now. I'm worried about Man City and Newcastle.
And you know what also is another problem with me right now?
What?
With this World Cup. Yeah. There will be injuries that will arise from this World Cup.
Yeah.
Man,
I wasn't gonna say, but
players.
Man, I'm just hoping none of my guys get injured.
The World Cup it's already been bad. So imagine the injuries at the World Cup. Like people getting injured going into. So imagine injuries at the World Cup.
But you know what the greatest part about all this is? Our team is doing a revamp again in January with money. So we'll see you.
Oh well. All right.
We got that guy from what Turkish league was that? Granit or whatever his name is.
Cool.
Fire midfielder. I don't know how to say his name.
Hey, let the guy play before you start. Because this is what Man U was doing with Jadon Sancho. We're still waiting for him to arrive.
Oh no, this isn't no Jadon Sancho. I wouldn't hype him like that. Just technical. The guy knows how to play.
I don't know who you're talking about. Midfielder, striker, defender.
No, he's a midfielder.
Take your word for it.
We'll see.
Looking up his.
What's the next?
While you're looking up his stats, we got Inter Milan and FC Porto.
Oh, that's a good one. Porto.
I got Porto. Manny, you got Inter? Is that what you said? Okay. You better hope Lukaku's healthy.
He's back now. He
You
played
better
the
hope
last.
Lukaku is injured before they start Zeko.
Didn't he play against Man U or something? Who did he just play against?
No, he came back and scored, but then he got injured right after the game.
Yeah, he got injured again.
Yeah,
Oh.
he came back, scored, but then he got injured again.
Oh, I
Mhm.
didn't know that. Okay, then that's.
And
Well,
they've
there's
been
a whole World Cup in between.
decent
So
without him. So
Yeah, but what kind of.
that's what I'm saying. They've been
wait,
winning.
Belgium is also going to the World Cup. Yeah, they're better off without Lukaku, man. Let's put Hazard up front.
They're
Put
not stopped.
Hazard Jr. to the left. Put
Yo, with the World Cup,
Morgan
like,
Hazard, you know.
revamp moment. Like,
Hmm.
he should take that opportunity. He's healthy right now.
Yeah, he's been healthy and he's been getting minutes. Like he hasn't been injured for a while now.
Really just
This might be his last chance to like be Hazard.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously not good enough to bench anybody else at Real Madrid right now, but let him go short at the World Cup. His last dance.
All right. Okay, guys, last one. We got PSG Bayern. This is the match of the round of 16.
Yeah, it's Bayern. Yeah.
No, PSG.
It's Bayern. Tiebreaker?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Bayern. Mainly because PSG, I have never seen.
PSG don't play defense.
Not even that. I've just never seen a bigger fraudster club. I've never seen a bigger fraud organization. Man, especially when it comes to round
That's
16
from the
Champions League.
top to the bottom is fraudulent, bro. Like
Just frauds.
Just everything is just wrong, bro. Like they just signed they don't have
You give them a lead. You give them a lead.
Maccabi Tel Alpha.
It doesn't matter.
Score like 2-3 goals on them after they've already won the game. Like, okay, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, but like, who is their midfield? Who is their defense? You can't rely on they just splurge on these forwards and expect them to like score 4 goals every game. But like, who is defending? Like, what is their philosophy? It's just like they're attacking 3. If they don't show up, nothing's gonna get done.
Yeah.
And against Bayern, a complete team like Bayern, it might actually be embarrassing. It might actually be embarrassing.
Messi's not that. Messi's not that guy anymore.
No, it's not.
Messi is not talent. Messi is still that guy, though. Messi is still that guy. He's still that guy.
When I say that guy, he cannot take over. He cannot take over a game.
But this is.
But he's still really good. But he's not gonna.
But like, yo,
he's still capable though. Not against Bayern.
But Messi, what Messi used to do at Barcelona, bro, if Barcelona went into halftime and they were just like, listen, man, we don't know how we're going to win. We just need something. Messi was like, don't worry. I am the plan.
I got it.
But y'all got to think about it. Y'all got to think about it in the sense of the team that Messi is now in his role now. He's not he doesn't have the same role as that.
Yes.
Barcelona. Yes. Like if he decides to and he wants to, try to carry the ball up, of course he can do it. But right now,
I mean,
a lot of his play are touch, like 1-2 passes, touch and go passes. Like he literally, it's Mbappe and Neymar and other people that are sprinting down and get it and touching it back or pass. It's about his position play and smart play.
The Champions League
and finesse. That's how he dropped this man on his ass. He could really do damage, like by position of play, like and he has Mbappe and Neymar constantly, and this other midfielder that's been scoring like crazy. Like they're all around him. Like
you have to take account the fact that the tie is around February. Neymar is going to get injured by then.
In the World Cup,
and it'll just be Mbappe and Messi. And
Messi's going to the World Cup too, and he's going to play heavily.
And that's his last World Cup.
Yeah, he's going to play heavy.
And Mbappe, France aren't doing anything. They're not winning. No, they're not.
I wouldn't expect to see Messi until mid-January, to be honest. After the World Cup.
Rest him a little bit.
Don't see him until mid-January.
Yeah, they're gonna need to rest him. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just play him right into that would be tough.
Mm.
At his age, oh my gosh, that would be bad. Because his next injury, he's out for a grip. I can guarantee that. That's painful. You know, your goats are getting old, man.
The goats are getting old, man. It's sad to see.
It is. Coming up, man. Vinicius is gonna ball out. And
now we got Haaland and Mbappe. Get out of here.
Suck your teeth on Mbappe. Don't suck your teeth on my guy Haaland. My guy Haaland is the truth. And on that note, we'll end it there, guys. Thank you for listening in on this latest episode of the Talkatives podcast.
Before we wrap up, player. I found the player. The player is, I can't say his name, but it's
Maya. Hello,
Mudryk.
Wow.
Iranian, Ugandan,
Ukrainian.
Okay, Ukraine.
Damn,
Ukraine.
Shouldn't he be fighting World War III right now?
Okay, you're disrespectful. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we finally end the podcast. To our brothers in Ukraine, we appreciate you. We love you. Unfortunately, Shags doesn't appreciate your fight.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's what you got. All jokes aside, much love to everybody. Peace.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you for listening.
Like it, comment. Let's chop it up in the comment section.
See you guys soon.